So it provides an organizational leadership and employees motivation, right? So we can talk about that. In case of technology, it becomes all the more important as an organization uses it to achieve its mission. So it provides a organizational leaders and employees motivation and thereby helps them in increasing the organizational effectiveness. Now we'll see very briefly about the mission and vision for technology use. Right. So here we will see that vision is very broader in scope. Vision is very broader in scope and it is the destination which we would like to achieve through all our efforts. School vision, achi, university vision. Achi. So there are different types of institutions have different types of vision and mission. But vision is broader sense in scope. It is destination which we would like to achieve through all our efforts. And it is the description of the desired future. So we can talk about which inspires and motivates the stakeholders to put into their best to achieve. It is created with the genesis of organization and thus it continues to guide it through its leaders, economic circumstances, and prevailing in the organization and the challenges faced by and from time to time because we have to see it. So the vision statement is derived only from the mission. The vision statement is derived from the mission statement, which describes how the organization will reach the desired destination envisaged in vision, right? Okay, okay. Okay, and out of what I was. Okay, fine. So here we will see Mustafa, that how the vision and mission is useful for us, and it is more intermediate in scope, and it is achieved through the objectives, values, value system, what we derive from the system, from the institution or organization, whatever where we are working. Okay. And another slide, there is the characteristics of good mission and vision. How we can identify the certain characteristics of an institution having certain number of mission and visions. So these are the important characteristics you may focus. So you see that they inspire what people to work hard to achieve it. For example, the mission statement of Google is our mission is to organize world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. So it's very much important that how mission is needful for us. They evoke passion and motivate each one in the organization to strive towards achieving the desired goals. The vision guide the policy of recruiting of human resources as right people can take the organization towards achieving the desired goals because we are targeting those things. The statements also guide the daily working pattern of leader and the employees. So you can note it that it is followed every day to get inculcated in working behavior. So the vision and mission statement should be very brief when you are preparing your school's mission and vision. It's not a very lengthy in form. It should be brief, crisp, so that they remain in mind forever. That all the peoples of our institution, those who are working, they will remember that I am my mission of this institution is this, and I have to work in this regard. So they should be memorable, unique, and realistic in nature. We cannot say that only in the form of words, whatever I have written, but it should be realistic in nature and practicable. So, more briefly, if we talk about IGNO's point of view, as we are the students and you are the students of Indira Gandhi National Open University, right? So, what are the vision behind this? So, a technology statement in the vision and mission of Indira Gandhi National Open University, IGNO, you know that IGNO, the National Resource Center for Open and Distance Learning, with international recognition and presence, shall provide seamless access to sustainable and learner-centric quality education, skill upgradation, training to all by using innovative technology and methodologies, and ensuring convergence of existing systems for massive human resource required for promoting integrated national development and global understanding. This is the vision of IGNO, Indira Gandhi National Open University. Again, if we talk about what are the missions behind this, vision is broader in nature, right? So just see the points. So seamless talks about without having any kind of barrier. So all the peoples can get it easily. Are you getting me?
Yes, 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 sir.
So it talks about without any hard and fast changes, without any kind of difficulty, without any kind of barriers when we are getting education or getting the facilities, right? First, the mission is strengthening the development of National Resource Center as a positive or proactive role model for high quality and learner centric open and distance learning system, and we will try to share professional capacities and resources to improve standard of distance education in the country. And our another mission is periodically access and accredit instruction of the open and distance learning to promote centers of excellence in the country, develop networks develop networks using emerging in technology and methods with global reach for effective program delivery. So these are the important missions behind the, or you may talk about of IGNO, and also talks about provide an intelligent and flexible system of education to meet the challenges of access and equity, and work towards development of a knowledge society. And another mission may be convergence of all system and work for a seamless education without any kind of barrier across national boundaries to develop global collaboration and partnership. We are working organization of seminars, workshops, conferences, so many things we are attending. So it provides specific need-based education and training opportunities for continuous professional development and skill upgradation to in-service professionals, right? So it is very comprehensive in nature, it is very interesting in nature to know about the mission of this. So, what kind of facilities or effective planning for technology use? Is there any need? Yes, there are certain factors we have to prioritize for effective planning for how to use the technology in a very systematic way. First is establish leadership and support. Without having the leadership and support, we cannot work alone. We cannot put the effort. So, as it is true for any other area of human activities, the leadership role matters a lot as to progressive for the tech plan to be functional and operational. So, tech plan is not the outcome of an individual effort, but a team effort under an able leadership, right? So the team should have presentation from all the constituents of the organization so that no constituent of organization is deprived of benefits of technological uses. So it is very systematic in nature. So the implementation of technological plan is not possible without the support of management bodies of the organization. If they are not cooperated, how will do? So management bodies of the organization need to be convinced with the data and hard facts as to how technology will help in efficient and optimum utilization of the organizational resources. So we need a leader, we need assistance, we need help to work for the use of technology. Second, access your resources. We have to channelize, we have to identify what amount of knowledge or resources we have, how much are functional, how much needful, how much we have using. So the next step in access organized resources is access your resources. What resources the organization has, what additional resources that need to be acquired, what resources are functional, what are not functional, and what resources need technology interventions in our institution, and what technologies in the organization ତମେ ଦିଅ ନିଅ ଆରେ ମୁଁ ଖାଇବିନି ଏତେ ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ ପିସ୍ ଖାଇ ତମେ ଥାଅ ସବୁ so uh, and what resources need to technology and intervention, isn't it? So we'll talk about these important things as a fact that what technology in the organization has, and what is technology expertise of the personnel in the organization are also be addressed particularly. Know all these things. Next, we'll another step we'll talk about define organizational needs. Without identifying, recognizing, and defining the organizational needs, how can you channelize it properly? So it is a matter of concern that we have to see after accessing the resources. The next step is define organizational needs. The reason for technology plan need to be spelled out in which sector, what is the exact idea of this, what is the exact idea of this, isn't it? So we have to recognize. Similarly, how new technology will help the organization in achieving its goals and also need to be explained properly. Defining organizational needs, it helps immensely the organization to purchase or to buy technology what will be matched with its needs and also can be effectively utilized as per your knowledge, as per your concern, what amount of information is needful for your teaching learning process, for your school, for organization. We have to focus on that point of view. So again, another important thing is one of the ways organization can do is buying new technology that will achieve our mission and vision of our institutions. If it fails, then we cannot say that we are properly utilizing or we have developed the capacity to use the technology in a proper form. The next is The organization need to access how technology and its integration might help it in reach its goals. How much needful, helpful is this? We have to focus. So the organization should look for and evaluate technology from that perspective where it is indeed. Again, we have to find out what are the possible solutions or tentative solutions or assumptions behind this. We have to find out, we have to explore those things. So the third step we can talk about explore the possible solutions. Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So we have to explore the possible solutions as we have to know what standard or what amount of informations possible solutions do you have. Such a matter of concern, once needs and resources have been identified, the next step is to explore the possible solutions that will meet the needs of organizational requirements. Whatever we need, or smart board, or you may talk about digital boards, whatever you need for your school or college or university, right? And we can talk about the solution should be comprehensive and thus should involve the team beside the leaders. Not only some things, but also there should be leaders to direct you, to guide you, to assist you in case of any problems arise. So the solutions are explored in the context of organizations, right? So it is a matter of concern that how it is can be organized in a systematic way. And the organizational consideration like the budget, cost of technological change, readiness to technology change. Are you ready or not? So time what amount of time required for this? To switch over to the change, etc., and need to be taken into account while exploring solutions to meet the organizational requirements in a very systematic and lucid way. So the next is work out the plan and implement the plan properly. So without working properly, how can you think about that we are achieving the targets and goals of our institution? So after exploration of the solution, a detailed plan needs to be worked out along with sources, along with sources, and it's very much needful. So you need a funding where we have a goal. Then it sufficient budgetary system provision is not available or not provided by the authority or the agency. So is not available, it may affect the whole exercise adversely. It may affect negatively how that we can work properly. You cannot plan accordingly. You cannot focus on your you cannot monitor the system properly. So it is important. And the next thing is implement the plan. How you are implementing the plan. So implementation अगर नहीं हो रहा है, so we cannot check the progress. We cannot know what the status. So to track the system, it is important. The implementation of the plan is most important. Exercise as it involves the actual executions of the plan. Even if we have to devise a very good plan and have what to do, but to not complete carefully. So the technology used in its integration may not be successful because you are not implementing it properly. So during the implementation, the cooperation of all the stakeholders, those who are working, is very much important and should be helpful in nature for assisting each other, right? The next is monitoring the plan. So it has all our efforts from planning to implementation be rightly executed or not? Have all the activities have been carried out the way we are planned systematically? All these questions are can be answered if monitoring is done. Are you sure? So, in monitoring provides the organization the knowledge about whether planning and implementation match each other or they are going in different sides. So, pretty much monitoring means to track, to check the progress of the matter. Whatever we are going, whatever we are taking decisions or working in different groups on different fields. So, monitoring needs to be done very systematically without any kind of bias, right? And the next thing is evaluation of the technological plan. ଆମେ ଖାଲି monitoring କଲେ ହବନି ତ? Okay, fine. So we have to talk about the evaluation. Explore solutions means you have to derive the solution, you have to find out the solution. Explore means finding, identifying, ବାହାର କରିବା, ଖୋଜିକି ବାହାର କରିବା. Okay, are you getting me? Hello.
Yes, yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, next is evaluation the technological plan. We have to evaluate it accordingly or not, or we are only planning it. So the last step is the evaluation of technological plan. It is objective analysis. It is objective analysis of what? All activities that have been carried out from planning stage to implementation stage, whether activities were carried out the way they were designed or something has gone wrong. So, which can only be known through the process of evaluation manner, or after the evaluation we'll check out, you will check it out that where is the lacuna, where is the problem in the system or the steps we have taken care of. So it will provide a better opportunity to gain from the fast. Then the next is qualities. What are the qualities of educational leaders? In a technological session, in a technological institution, or whatever advancement we will bring in the technology, you must have the certain qualities of educational leaders. So here are the qualities. You just check it out. Learning by doing, belief in self. So you got the message that how what kind of qualities of educational leaders is important or needful. So only we are thinking about the fact or doing we are doing. So it matters. So the educational leader sets the ball rolling in your her organization by practicing exemplary behavior and commitment. So he should have demonstrated the moral commitment to improve the teaching and learning in the institution. So the integrity and the values of the leader are very important as they influence consistent and ethical decision making. It is too much needful, right? And another thing is belief in self. अगर हम खुद के ऊपर भरोसा नहीं करेंगे तो हम लीडर कैसे बनेंगे? This is very much important in leader as they have to motivate the others, motivating self as well as the others, and lead the group up to change. अगर हम खुद को मोटिवेट नहीं कर पाएंगे तो दूसरे कैसे करेंगे? So the vision, mission, and the values of leaders have to be transparent, very, very transparent, so that conviction and confidence emanate from these to help them in their work, in their activities, in their culture, in their system. So, being a lifelong learner, it is also important, right? So, it is very much important. कौन सा है? So we got it from different things that it is also a lifelong to be a lifelong learner for a good manager, isn't it? And you will say that I have achieved many more things. I shouldn't work more. It's not a matter of pleasure, right? So you have to learn because in every sphere of life, every step we have to learn something. So the reader has to be lifelong learner edge and keep herself abreast of with what is happening in the era of teaching and learning scenario. In fact, the leaders learns from both teachers and learners also. And learning is an ongoing process which involves gaining knowledge, improving one's own performance, skill, seeking feedback from others, and one's performance, and studying the best practice, whatever happening in the field or which is more appropriate, more suitable, or those. So it is also very much important. Again, we can talk about guiding and supporting uh, the colleagues, right? So the leader needs to guide and support colleagues in a friendly manner so that their self-esteem is not affected, isn't it? And it is important that everybody should respect us and we should give our respect to others. So it is a need, it needs a deeper level of understanding and awareness about her staff and learners as well as empathy towards them, because you have to think about others in their point of view, not your point of view. That we can guide and support our colleagues, we can have very cordial relation, and we can have very very positive atmosphere in the system. So this will create a feeling of commitment and belongingness towards the organization among the workers, as they feel that they are being understood and supported by the authority, by the leader, right? Again, we can talk about that educational manager and teachers as change agents. They are not permanent because their technology, their moral, their culture, their system, their methods will change day by day with the evolution, with the modification, with the change, dynamic improvements, right? So we can talk about here that what are the key effective that create effective and lasting change in technological environment. So engaging peoples in moral purposes, building the capacity level of the students, understanding the change process. Actually, there is need some change. Developing a culture of learning, developing a culture of evaluation, focusing on leadership for a change, fostering coherence, making, cultivating trial level development. You are doing again and again, you are acting again and again, you are trying the best. Are you getting the result, or you are only thinking about those things? So these are very much important. If we talk about one by one, firstly, when you see the engaging people's moral purposes, so the leader must have the knowledge as to why there is a need of change. This is called moral purpose. So it is the change meant for improving the educational system. For example, in case of technology use, one moral purpose is to improve the learning outcomes of the learner, of the students. So it involves developing the quality of classroom instruction, maintaining the discipline, bridging the gaps between expected result and actual result. So thus maximum use of technology for the benefit of students becomes the moral purpose of use of technology, and the change is associated with us. Therefore, moral purpose constitutes the vision and the process of taking everyone along, like teachers, students, parents, community members, leaders, management committee, all. Second, we have noted that building capacity. The second driver we may talk about, which play very much important role in building the capacity not only of the human resources but also in the system of wealth. So this technology it involves formation or formulation of proper policy, planning, strategy, methods, techniques, skills, utilizing resources and making actions to bringing the change in the system. So we can also say that it also involves using the new knowledge, skills, and resources to work for different sector. Greater motivation and commitment of a human resource, they are very much important to make the system work. So capacity building exercise require new infrastructure, competent teachers, isn't it? So which can develop human resources to involve in the organizational process. Next is understanding the change process. The understanding the change process is very big driver because the you know that understanding is crucial for technology change. Without understanding, how can you work? So the process of change is difficult. It requires leaders to into an account of factors that influence the change. And making change work requires the energy, ideas, commitment, ownership, all these things. Developing a culture of learning, you know that talking about learning day by day, learning from each other, learning day every day, and learning from for improvement, learning from the process of implementation needs to be encouraged properly and developed among the among members of the school or college or university. Moreover, the school and the community interact with each other is the learning processes, and we have to develop this culture. So learning culture involves continuous acquisition of new knowledge by the teacher so that new effective learning experiences are created for learners, right? So it is very much important and you should have a focus on this. Developing a culture of evaluation, you know that we are living in the digital age, and you know that if you not be logical in nature, after ensuring the culture, it will not be helpful for you. So it helps, technology helps us to remove the chaff from the grain. You could talk about that, it helps us to know what change works and what is not workable. So it also helps the organization school to to consolidate what needs to be done. Assessment for learning, known as continuous assessment. It helps the organization analyze the strength, weakness, positive points, negative points, the lacunas, the steps can be taken or change can be taken so that weakness, all these things can be overcome in a proper manner, right? So we can say that technology has become an all pervasive in all areas of education, and assessment is also a part of this, focusing on leadership for change. Change can be successful if leadership involved in the change. Everyone thinks that leaders are very effective, and any change if done by them will be effective. It's matter of concern. In fact, the leadership which is distinctive will be more effective in bringing change as it is spread throughout the institution. So it's too much important. Leadership should not merely focus on short-term goals like learner achievement, but also aim the long-term goals like vision and mission of the school or organization. Right? Then there is fostering coherence making. Fostering coherence making. Leaders during change builds coherence in the system, right? Sometimes when the new innovation or technology comes to and the changes doesn't work in expected, then leaders are expected to control disappointment, maintain high, so they can handle it properly. So we can say that change knowledge of a leader helps in maintaining the coherence in the system. That means we have to accept the change because we are living in a society where you know that everything is changeable. Nothing is perennial. Then cultivating tri-level development. The eight final drive, that is, it is not merely at the individual institution level, but also school level and community level, district level, state level, right? Individual level हो, institutional level हो, individual institution level, school and community level, district and state level, tri-level development. And the change is not individual level, but in context of well, it is not that if we change the individual, system will change. Only changing the individuals will not suffer, will not sufficient. But we need to bring changes in the system as well. So here the district level and state level change is not needed. School community members level of change also needed. So all these things can be highlighted certain point of view. Next is creating an enabling culture. What are the characteristics is needed necessary? We need collaboration, we need innovation, we need civilized dispute resolution, focus on productivity, quality, customers, risk management, and not avoidance, comfort and decision making, skill count more than status, focus on business priorities, focus on action, not talk, focus on business goals, continuous knowledge, sharing and learning, high levels of engagement, balance between short term and long term things. So these are the important forces we can talk about, right, for this thing, that how it can be helpful for us creating an in a enabling culture. Next we will talk about the what kind of measures can be taken, what kind of measures can be taken. These are the characteristics enabling culture. What kind of measures can be taken? So the leader's role in enabling the environment. What is the leader's role in enabling the environment? Building of collaboration is one of the major role. As a leader plays in an important organization, a feeling of team spirit has to be nurtured by the leader for working in collaboration. Building a learning culture which leads to enabling culture which is open to new ideas, changes, and adaptable and makes a way for joy, job satisfaction to all the stakeholders, right? Another is positive and productive environment. It is in educational institutions where ideas are encouraged needs to be entrusted. Then communication is the most important thing and should be encouraged among all the stakeholders like management, staff, student, teacher, teaching staff, non-teaching staff, all. And it is vital to set up communication channel one to one and one to many. So besides sharing information, it enforces members towards healthy competition and cooperation. For example, we can say that IGNO has a photo magazine called the G News, which shares the happenings of the university, which has a pan Indian presence. Thus, all the employees are updated of the happening in the IGNO community. Kon hochi. New channels of communication should be tried like feedback, forward surveys, so all these things. And next is commitment toward the vision and values, commitment toward the vision and values, how much you are committed. So, as we have discussed in the section that it is most important, better in vision of mission arrived discussion, common censuses. This will inculcate a sense of belongingness, commitment. All the employees, staff, learners also join the community. So, participatory and democratic approach followed by leadership motivates all employees to work towards common goal. Thus, discussing the strategy on the institution is very much important. For example, you can say if teachers are following constructive pedagogy, they should know what it is and should follow it, be part of organizational strategy in different point of view. Then success of organization not only uh, one of person and how efficient the leader, but also it is involvement of everyone in the organizational process. It is team effort, and every role in the organization affects each other. So each role has its own importance, and there should be constant encouragement from management for striving to do better. And the acceptance of each other role is what matters for the organizational culture to be positive, enabling, and conducive. So, if the organization want to venture in areas which are new and unexplored, so they must encourage motivation, innovation, allow staff to think of new ways, and encourage them out of the box thinking. So, innovation is being encouraged all over the world with institutions being encouraged to establish institutional innovation council, right? And the next is technology enabling leaders. High level engagement. High level engagement means it talks about how far the students are engaged in your class. Suppose high level, they are engaged very less time or very short period or very less amount, or they are actively engaged. High level engagement, actively, completely, full-fledged engagement in the teaching learning process. It is known as highly engagement, high level engagement, mostly engaged in throughout the session, throughout the class. They are actively participated. This is known as high level engagement. Technology enabled. Are you getting me? Hello, you
Yes,
got
sir.
it? Okay.
Yes.
So, a technology enabled enabling leaders create an atmosphere that inspires innovation. One cannot agree more that the atmosphere where one works affects the output of the people involved. So, it is the environment which encourages and enables one to pursue the use of technology. And the teachers have to be free to use the technology available. Appropriate technology should be available for teachers and learners also, because they can use it easily. So it is role of the manager and the principal to create technology enabling environment. Foster collaboration is also important. The greater is team spirit in organizations, the better is the probability of their growth and development. Teachers do not work in isolation, but in collaboration for all around development of children. Technology works well if all work together, open to new ideas. The role of principal is managing and leading the organization. This cannot be done alone, and thus discussion must be regular. From discussion emerge new ideas, new thoughts, new informations. So it could lead to better organizational management, environmental, and results. So it is not essential for the principal to lead the idea. The teacher with the idea may be encouraged by or to try that out with full support from the leader. So it should be very free. Technology enabling leaders, they should have these qualities. Otherwise, we cannot manage it very sincerely, systematically. Be a connected learner yourself. The learner need to be committed in learner. She may not know everything, but has to lead with commitment to learn and support the team in all efforts of using technology for making teaching and learning more effective, interesting. So that kind of commitment to being a connected learner is one of the consistent traits for that you will. And see in principals who are doing a good job, a leading technology in their schools. Locate and provide adequate resources. In which what amount of resources we need, and we have to identify that in which source I can collect it. The leaders must try to find out the resources, largest technology, and make them available to teaching learning process in the organization. So the leaders have more network and access to larger information where it can be collected. If they share with the teachers, consistently support them in locating appropriate resources, it will be helpful for the institution to progress, to grow, to develop. So the risk is there. Take risks. Another important of leaders. This is one of the important quality of leader. That the experimentation, the go ahead, all needs a leader who is willing to take risk, is able to accept failures, is the same stride and go ahead. The leader will never say no to calculated risks. Visionary focus. The leader will always work in synchronize with the vision of the organization, institution. This focus will always reflect in each and every activity taken and decision taken, whatever we are thinking about. Then, how ICT for a professional development? ICT for a professional development. So you know that the professional development program of teachers is there, organized every university minister of HRDC, Human Resource Development Center, uh, government UGC is providing so many platforms to for the teachers professional development program. You know, so these programs help in extending education. A professional development program called a PDP. What is the benefit of this? These programs helps in extending education and knowledge in your subject domain, like learning about new developments and theories, researches and concept in your subject areas. Professional developmental programs (PDPs) also help you to learn new ways to teach to improve your teaching learning more effectively. Many teachers earn certificates and diplomas in their areas of interest and also develop their expertise area in a particular area of specialization through these programs, through the professional development programs, faculty development programs, you may say. Right. So in emerging areas, enthusiastic teacher enhance their skill and gain more recognition as expert in those areas. They try to develop the knowledge house of their own through gaining certain new information, new ideas, new facts, new experiences. So, professional development programs helps the teacher to analyze current curricular practices in the light of emerging demands and future needs, which will be helpful for them making modification in the curriculum and of their academic programs as well as in their teaching learning scenarios strategies, right? So with the increasing use of technology in classroom, teachers learn new technological skills to cater to the needs of learners and improve their teaching effectiveness. It is very much important. Next is what kind of ICT tools available for professional development. You know that professional development is important, but what amount of ICT tools also needful or needed for us? So first one is Wiki. Wikipedia, you know very well. You all have also used that. Wiki is a very interesting and useful web application where teachers can add, modify, or delete content in collaboration with others. Teachers can use a number of wiki pages available for updating of knowledge in their specific subject areas. These are the ICT tools for professional development. Wikipedia is a commonly used source of information. You can search in Google, you can find it easily. But you can also use it for creating content in collaboration with others somewhere else in all over the country, not the universe. You can also edit it and can let group members also edit it. You can thus create your own wiki page and still do it better in collaboration with others. So developing your own wiki page is not a very difficult task and does not need any specific computer-based knowledge like the programming activities, programming languages. It is very simple to create a wiki page. So wiki is an open platform where content is not only developed and shared, but the members can modify it, update it, and rectify it. Another is blogs and discussion forum. You know that everybody have blogs nowadays. So the blogs provide a great way for people, including teachers, to share experience, ideas, and connect like lesson plans. Classroom management principles and other helpful tips are also shared here. So there are blogs on various issues relating to teaching, learning process, teacher, so many calamities, so many issues, diseases. So some of they are focused on specific groups of subjects, while some are comprehensive in nature, some are subjective and some are objective in nature. So blogs like for the love of teaching, the blog name is for the love of teaching is about ideas of classroom management, learning materials, and unique ideas for engaging students are also posted on regular basis. For love of teaching, you can also say search it in Google, you'll find it. Another blog named A.B. Seymour, designed by first grade teacher, focus on for fun learning activities and innovative classroom techniques. You will also get the ideas here in searching in Google. The post range from advice on helping kids, focus on support material, to providing information about holidays and special events, whatever they are. Discussion groups and forums. So another ICT tool. ICT can be used for creating discussion groups and discussion forums. Some discussion groups focus on themes like problems of teachers or those of teachers of specific subject groups. Online discussion groups and forums are dedicated online platforms where people post, share, and discuss some issues in closed group. We have seen people add their comments by posting a block of next to the group. Others can then comment and respond it accordingly. So discussion groups differ from chat rooms and instant messaging because they usually deal with one topic and personal exchanges are typically discouraged. So, discussion groups are often archived. These archives may be organized by thread, which means all the messages that reply to a starting message can be read easily from starting to ending. Another is social networking, SNS, social networking services. Social media is one of the most influential innovation of the present times, you know very well. Development of social media sites SNS has boosted the tremendous growth in internet usage. Nowadays, online social networking communicates such as Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, and other have become part of daily life. Many teachers and students as they use to communicate, to interact, to share information, to build and maintain relationships. So we are going through this. One can share, communicate, read, comment, update, criticize, suggest to anyone by using these sites. So professional issues relate to teachers, teachers' welfare, teachers' problem, teachers' issues, criticism have been also discussed on these forums at large. Social network service, you will find so many things, informations there. Social networking sites provides a democratic virtual social environment to express your views without any kind of agitation with freedom of expression and promotes health debate among professionals. Right? We are also guide. We can take information from the doctors and those who are in important personals giving some information and news to the law peoples easily. You get it. ICT mediated professional development initiative is there. Government of India. There is NISTA. What is NISTA? NISTA is a national initiative for school heads. The teachers' holistic development for the professional development of teacher training in school sector in India, that is MHRD, now Minister of Education. So Government of India has launched an ambiguous program in 2019 name thila kon NISTA, National Institute for School Heads and the Teachers Holistic Development. They will take care of this thing. NISTA is a capacity building program for improving quality of school education through integrated teacher training. And the program is organized by NCRT, National Council for Educational Research and Training. So it aims to build competencies. It is not for, it is for of. Educational Research and Training, NCRT. It aims to build competency among the teachers and the school principals at elementary stage, focusing on the NISTA. Then next is NIOS, Online Diploma in Elementary Education Program, online DLED for untrained school teachers by NIOS they are providing. So online diploma in elementary education, NIOS was a 18-month fully online program. This program was a compulsion for all those in-service teachers at elementary level, but they are not trained. So the program was developed to complete the obligation of Government of India under the RT Act 2009, which was amended in 2017 to fulfill the obligation duty. So nowadays, nearby 20, I have 12 lakhs in service teachers of elementary level have trained to the NISTA program in order to make them teachers well experienced and trained. Again, another initiative which moves for professional development, Government of India, massive open online courses. One of the forum of MOOC professional development teacher is education institution and university of departments. So NCRT also MOOCs course and action research in education institutions. They are prioritizing how the Central Institute of Technology (CIT) of NCRT is offering online course on action research in education, right? That they can develop their potentiality, skill, and talent as well, whatever they need. So the source of two credits catering to professional development, needs of teachers to education, educators working in district institute of education diet and SCRT and State Institute of Education SIH. So, what is the reason behind this? The reason of this course is to provide teachers with knowledge and skills to integrate action research in teaching and problem solving methodology to bringing changes, to bringing new things, new academic forum, to bringing new system in the teaching learning process. It is very much needful and helpful for the teachers as well as the learners, those who are engaged. Because you know that action research is generally conducted in local setting, in local problem, to reason out, to find out the solution of the local problem, which is very common to all the peoples. Right? So these are very important things, uh, and it is needful for you. I hope this is it can be nurtured properly if you are serious about the teaching learning system, right? So thank you for today. Anybody, anything you want to ask? Any question?
Hello. Hello.
Yes.
What is sir flux?
Hello.
What is flux? FLOG.
Please, your voice is not properly audible. You may write in the chat box.
What is it? What is flux? FLOGS.
Okay, okay, I got it. Uh,
Or
okay,
what is
blocks. Are you talking about blocks? BLOG blocks.
name flux
Okay,
FLOGS flux.
flog means something different. Uh, flog FLOG. So flogs, it is hitting or doing something activity which maybe stick as it's kind of punishment. I hope there is a vlog and there is a blog. I don't know that which flog. FLOG flog. That is something a negative statement, giving punishment somebody with some tools by using any kind of instrument or anything else. Are you getting me? Your Boyanji Viranchi Babu, ଆପଣଙ୍କର voice clearly audible ହଉନି. You told me that flog, FLOG, flog means you are beating somebody or you are punishing somebody by any kind of using any kind of tool or any kind of aids you are using. So in technological form, there is no flog systems, right? FLOG. Okay. Anything else?
Sir, assessment discussion କରିବା assignment रा.
Assignment?
Hello.
Yes.
Assessment रा sir discussion କରିବା କି?
Assessment part.
Assignment ଆମ ଯୋଉ second ଯୋଉ assignment
Assignment,
ଦିଆଯାଇଛି ଲେଖିବା ପାଇଁ
assignment.
Okay,
assignment.
okay, I got it. The assignment. So it will be taken care by
Mhm.
your authority, and whatever assignments you have given, you have to put it in time and you have to write in proper format, whatever mentioned in the your brochure and your guidelines. You have to follow according to that. Whatever how number of assignments have been provided, you have to take care of, and you have to write in the precise manner that it can be read it out very cleanly. Okay. So, any more question? Okay, okay. Thank you very much, dear students, for today, and I hope this is the last class of your this paper, and I hope it will be more helpful for you for bringing the nurturing the qualities as a teacher in different perspectives. Right? Okay. So thank you all. Thank you very much. Any doubt? Any question more? Okay, fine. Thank you.